Begin debate today. Mr. Kellaway, followed by Mr. Lawrence,
I was first. Point of order, I was first.
No, you weren't. I saw
Challenge
Mr.
the chair.
Kellaway's hand go up.
Challenge the chair. After canceling 2 meetings because they don't want to hear from victims, now they're going to act as if they're victims? This is ridiculous.
Mr. Chair, this is
Colleagues,
absolutely
order.
incredible.
Colleagues, we're all going to have an opportunity to speak.
Terrible.
Mr. Lawrence Mr. Lawrence can begin discussion. The floor is yours, sir, followed by Mr. Kellaway. And do we have any others that would like to be on the list?
To come out and say that is just greasy. It is just Bush League. It is just out of the handbook that you guys have to say in your PowerPoint presentations on committee work, own the Liberals.
This guy's garage. Like and subscribe.
Committee is meeting to consider the request by members of the committee to continue discussion on Truckers, Inc. Begin debate today. Mr. Kellaway, followed by Mr. Lawrence,
I was first. Point of order, I was first.
No, you weren't. I saw Mr. Kellaway's hand go up while I was...
Thank you.
I challenge the chair.
That I saw Mr. Kellaway's hand while I was speaking?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I was up first.
I recognize Mr.
That's fine.
Kellaway.
I challenge
If you'd
the
like
chair.
to challenge the chair, you can.
I just did.
Okay.
Shall the decision of the chair be sustained? Mr. Greaves?
Yes.
Mr. Kellaway?
Yes.
Monsieur Lauzon?
Oui.
Miss Wien?
Yes.
Mr. Albus? No. Mr. Lawrence?
Hey.
Mr. Lewis?
It's the same.
Mr. Muse? Monsieur Barsalou-Duval?
No.
That's incredible, guys.
Ayes
That is
pour,
absolutely
nays
incredible. That's incredible. The hand was up before you guys. That's incredible.
I'll go to Mr.
That's
Lawrence,
incredible.
followed by Mr. Kellaway.
You know what? It's actually quite shocking to me. We're having this childish behavior. Mr. Chair, could you please retain order in here? After canceling 2 meetings because they don't want to hear from victims, now they're going to act as if they're victims? This is ridiculous.
Mr. Chair, point of order. This is absolutely ridiculous.
This is not a
we
valid
want a
point of
study
order.
to go ahead for recommendations.
Colleagues,
This is
Colleagues,
absolutely incredible.
We're all going to have an opportunity to speak.
Terrible.
Mr. Lawrence Mr. Lawrence can begin discussion. The floor is yours, sir, followed by Mr. Kellaway. And do we have any others that would like to be on the list? Mr. Barsalou-Duval is third. Mr. Lawrence,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. And like I said, it's really quite remarkable that after not wanting to hear from victims of serious accidents, sometimes fatalities, they're over there playing the victim because they didn't get the right to go first. It is really beyond the pale. And his moral sanctitude is only matched by his silliness on this issue. When I want to get a couple things on the record. One, Conservatives did not consent to the cancellation of the meetings which were otherwise scheduled. This is extremely disappointing and not a way a parliament should be conducted. I want to put on the record as well that Conservatives will not consent, and we do not give our consent to any type of adjourning of the meeting prior to the full usage of all resources available. Conservatives are absolutely committed to hearing victims of who have suffered fatalities in their families, significant injuries. Conservatives care, unlike the Prime Minister, who clearly does not, as well as those members who do not want to hear, and that's the only conclusion you get, who do not want to hear from the victims of serious accidents.
Mr. Kellaway.
Thank you for respecting my hand going up. So I don't use 50-cent words to describe people or to tear people down. The member opposite, talking about silliness and a variety of other words, is absolutely categorically false. In fact, the motion on the table would have the survivors here. And what we're seeing right now is an example of the Conservative Party of Canada that used to be conservative, but now is cynical, that now is conspiratorial, that now is blending things together to suit their narrative. How dare the member opposite say that we don't care about survivors? That doesn't wash with Canadians. That doesn't wash from people from coast to coast. We have a plan on the table that we think is a pretty good motion. But we played a game today. My hand was clearly up, and we played a game. That is the seriousness that you have put into this. Now, we have a motion on the table. You could have respected that. You could have talked it out. You could have actually had a very good conversation on it. But I think right this moment today, on this side of the table, we have a lot to say. And I think that hopefully, as we listen to you folks, and you care about survivors, to come out and say that is just greasy. It is just Bush League. It is just out of the handbook that you guys have to say in your PowerPoint presentations on committee work, own the Liberals. Well, that doesn't help anybody. What a shameful act today. What a shameful act.
Thank you, Mr. Kellaway. Prochainement, j'ai Mr. Barcelou-Duval.
I would like to bring forward a motion precisely that reads as follows, that the Standing Committee on Transport, Infrastructure, and Communities resume its work that was interrupted on November 6, 2025. All right, Mr. Lauzon.
We have a motion on deck. You should find that in order, and then I think you would take a speakers list from that point.
Okay, well, I have a speaker's list, and the next person on the speaker's list was, I find it in order, and the first person on the speaker's list is Mr. Lauzon.
All right. Want to play that?
Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you, Chair. Well, it's a bit shameful this afternoon, what we're living through. This afternoon, I can tell you that a situation that has just occurred where my colleague raised his hand first and they already wanted to play a game with a coalition between the Conservatives and the Bloc is very surprising to me on the part of Mr. Barcelou-Duval to enter into that game, to tell a lie to the committee, to the fact that the Conservatives had raised their hand before the Liberals.
Mr. Lauzon, j'ai un point d'ordre, Mr. Albert.
Just a moment, Mr. Lauzon, I have a point of order.
Immediately happens, goes to a vote, and to have someone else be speaking to it, I don't think you're in order. Could you please rule again with and consult first with the clerk? Because it was a dilatory to resume debate on a motion, it should immediately go to a vote. We should not be having other speakers.
We had a motion that was on the table.
No, he made a motion to resume the debate. That's a dilatory motion, and therefore it should be voted upon right away without debate. So if you can check with the chair or with the clerk, please, I think this would save a lot of time and energy, and I'm sure Mr. Lauzon has a lot of breath that he could save for the actual debate, not the lead up to the debate.
So my understanding is Mr. Barcelou-Duval introduced a motion, or reintroduced his motion.
No,
to discuss it.
He actually said, I'd like to resume our debate that we were having, and he gave this specific date. That means it's a motion, and it should have been brought immediately to a vote. I'm just raising that at the earliest possible opportunity as a point of order. I'd ask you to consult with the clerk.
Let's go to a vote. Recorded? Recorded vote, please, yes.
On the motion to resume debate from November 6th, Mr. Greaves.
Yes.
Mr. Kellaway.
Yes.
Mr. Lauzon.
Oui.
Ms. Wien.
Yes.
Mr. Albus.
Yes.
Mr. Lawrence.
Yes.
Mr. Lewis.
Yes.
Mr. Muse.
Yes.
Mr. Barcelou-Duval.
Oui.
Mr. Chair.
We haven't had the results of the vote yet, guys. I have your hands up. I see what's going on.
That is 9 yeas.
Okay. Motion carries. I'm going to go Lauzon, Albus, Kellaway, Barcelou-Duval.
OK. Bon, on va commencer par...
All right, well, we'll begin with what happened today. Actually, the fact that that they talked about the survivors in that way, it was offensive. We all agree that we must act quickly in the Drivers Inc. Issue. We care about the families. We have a lot of empathy toward the survivors and their families, but it's very shameful to have read this week that there were articles also and attempts to provide non-existent news to the effect that the Bloc Québécois and Mr. Barcelou-Duval was using it on the website of the Bloc Québécois as to the fact that using as a an excuse, the survivors, in order to force the production of information, whether it's tax related or other information that they know is really, they're making use of the survivors in order for political purposes alone. But what we want, quite simply, is to be able to come out with necessarily talking about the 2 obligatory meetings. I haven't spoken to my colleagues about it, but I'm convinced that our colleague would like us to add maybe a half meeting of a committee. I don't mind. I was sure of that. Half a meeting to receive the bereaved family. I'm sure he agrees with us. And then for us to be able to, so I want to suspend